Hi there, welcome. We're here at Rockhampton Airport, which is up in Queensland, north of Brisbane, about an hour flight south to get back to Brisbane from here. At the request boarding, and we'll get those bags packed. Right, so we're flying from Rockhampton to Brisbane via Rockhampton V111 TNG Yankee 177 in Brisbane. Just going to check out alternates, probably Callsign, YBCG. Just bring up the weather for that, and we have 200 at 15 knots, broken 4,100, visibility better than 10. And temperature 18. That looks good enough for a diversion area. Looking at the flight, we are heading in. Just got to check east or west slightly. Mostly east, so it'll be odd. Flight level 350 looks quite fine. And just getting our flight remarks and the flight plan, which we'll be sending through to VATSIM. Good, so that's set. Let's come down here. YBRK. And the destination YBBN. Flight number today, Callsign, velocity 1252. And we'll be tracking Rockhampton, of course. Victor 111 TNG Y177 down to Brisbane. Activate that. And today we have 57.3 tons, that's 150 passengers and about 4,000 of cargo. I believe we have a pallet of fresh fruit or some similar item on board today. 2.8 in the reserves for our diversion, and cost to next will be 30. It's dry weather out there. Temperature is 19 degrees, no clouds, or no significant cloud anyway. There's a little bit of patchy stuff up there, especially up to the north. Here it'll be 28. Takeoff 5 degrees. Mach trim 25.0, and it's CTAF at the moment, I do believe. Yep, CTAF procedures for Rockhampton. So let's check out what the weather's doing. 170 degrees. So just take a look at the aerodrome chart and the departure. There's runway 15, that's the best one.
Mike Alpha November, start clearance available. Mike Alpha November, you're cleared quiet for Alpha arrival, runway 19. When ready, descend flight level 190.
Let's set them down a touch.
Fly on
Mike Alpha November, when ready, descend flight level 190. You're cleared to quiet for Alpha arrival, runway 19.
Okay, the CDAF down here, 118.1. Let's see, it's 8,500 for the bottom of the E class. Let's do 8,000. Stay in the G until we're ready. So I can shut some doors here. Don't know, I have Jetstar stairs, but anyway, whatever. It's like we stole some stairs for the Airbus. Right. Now this position, you can see, doesn't need a pushback. You just take that yellow dotted line around on a U-turn, and we'll be heading up in that direction up there. Seatbelt signs are done. Let's start these engines. Parking brake is set, and the collision light is on. Config warning, set and checked. Packs off. Engine number 2 to start. And 2 rising. Engine number 2 idle. And that's engine number 2 starter cut out. Let's go with engine number 1. Engine number 1, N2 rising. 320, engine number 1 idle. So departure, ready. Departures via the airway. We are tracking outbound and joining the radial outbound to, where is this at we're going, first waypoint? Budgie. Starter cut out number 1. Cool. And we'll do the rest of that on departure. So, recall, checked, no items. Flight controls. Flight controls checked. Flaps. Set flap 5 for takeoff. Flap 5 set for takeoff, lights green, Step trim set 4.5. Takeoff briefing to be reviewed, and cabin. Ready to move, clear to the right, clear to the left. And I'll make a call out on center frequency as well. Let's do it on the CTAF first section. Rockhampton CTAF, velocity 1252737 at gate 3 is taxiing runway 15 for departure southbound.
Arrival, runway 19, maintain level 190.
I'm going to turn them up now. Let's get that.
Takeoff with the Milady 9, arrival for runway 19, Takeoff.
Mike Alpha November, descend 8000, contact Brisbane approach 124.7, g'day.
Descend 8000 and contact approach 124.7.
Brisbane Centre and all stations, Rockhampton, velocity 1252737 with 155 on board is taxiing runway 15 for Brisbane.
Velocity 1252, we're disconnecting now, however, Zach, who's on downs at the moment, is going to reconnect with Keppel. So I'll stay on this frequency, there should be a controller coming on soon. And that goes for all other aircraft on frequency, that's Delta, Alpha Hotel, and Comet 825. I hope you have a good flight, and we'll see you later, and the controller will be on soon.
Okay, we do need to enter the runway here and backtrack. So I'll hopefully get a clearance at some point in the future. Let's go to CTAF and tell people in the circuit pattern that we're moving on to the runway. Traffic Rockhampton, velocity 1252 enters runway 15 to backtrack. Strobes on, landing lights on. Let's complete that checklist. Start switches. Actually, let's do that when we're at the end of the runway. So looking at the departure, it's a 2,568 metre long runway. We're derated to DTO 28 degrees, 97.2. Of course, if we've need to review those speeds, it'll be a V1 of 133, rotating at 135. V2 speed is 146, which is set in the bug. For departing manual heading. Heading is set for 148, which is the runway heading. Now, if we do have any issues on the runway below 100 knots, we will be aborting the takeoff. We have RTO set. After 100 knots, only engine failures, fires or hydraulic failures will stop us. Up to 133 knots. After that it's V1 and we'll be taking it airborne. If we stay at 1,500 feet in the circuit, we can make it a right-hand circuit is preferred, and we'll make right-hand circuit back in a visual approach runway 15. Okay, we're pretty close to the end of the runway. Let's run the takeoff checks. Blood line, start switches, set the continuous, MCP is set for departure, transponder, just give me a second to swing this around, Transponder is set. TARA. Get the terrain mode on as well. Landing lights are on, retracts are on, and the reverse takeoff checklist is complete. Traffic Rockhampton, velocity 1252 737 is lining up runway 15, and we will be departing southbound to Brisbane. Line up check, bank out heading 148. Clock's on. Let's go. %, thrust. Take up. Take a thrust set. $100 knots.
V1. Rotate. V2.
Positive rate. Gear up. Bug up. Bug up, white dot speed. Climb thrust set. Let's take the track direct to Budgie 168, 169. Bug the flaps 1 speed. Bug to the up speed. 209 set. Traffic Rockhampton, velocity 1252 is departed, tracking out of Budgie. Flaps 1. I'll go back to Brisbane, see if they've done their shift change. Brisbane Centre, velocity.
Leave 452.
Flaps up.
Velocity, go ahead.
Velocity 1252 departed at Rockhampton, time 45, climbing to 8,000 for Brisbane. 250 set on the speed.
Velocity 1252.
250, checked. Let's go, VNAV. FMC speed, VNAV.
What they're not calling, I'm just trying to how you call sign again for me.
Velocity 1252. Command in.
Velocity 1252, comes after one.
Yeah, velocity 1252. We're out of Rockhampton, time 45, tracking to Budgie. We're at 8,000 feet. So requesting clearance into a C-class and to Brisbane.
Velocity 1252, can't find it on my screen, I'm not going to have time to fly plan.
Go ahead.
Just, could you go to control airspace? And I'll get back to you when I get an answer to my video.
Cleared away to control airspace. I know what happened there. And the transponder was doing something silly. Let's recycle that. cycle frequency as well. There we go, set our velocity 1252 back with our transponder functioning correctly now. Tracking into the control airspace out of 9,500.
Velocity 1252, score 432, you just popped up there, please.
So again, that score code, we got 43.
4362, velocity 122, Christian 125.
Got that, 4362, velocity 1252.
Delta Alpha Hotel D10 to 9000, Brisbane to NH 1018.
Right, 350 set.
on 1018, that's right, okay.
Just going to plug a little more volume from the air traffic controller there.
Shooting 118 Delta, arrival Brisbane, the Blacker 3 arrival, runway 19.
Once I get a chance, I do just want to call them again to make sure that we are clear the 350 and that we're identified. Swing the aft start takeoff. We've got air conditioning pressurization. It's set normal.
Break 125, 60, 9000, Brisbane to NH 1018.
Start switches are off. Landing gear is up and off. Flaps up, no lights, and altimeters standard. Getting rid of some things up here, including the seatbelt sign. Got a gap there. And Brisbane Centre, velocity 1252, just confirming we're clear to flight level 350 and identified.
Velocity 4362, just become identified and now climb flight level 350.
Climb flight level 350, velocity 1252.
Quantity 25, Brisbane Centre. Quantity 25, and 9000, Brisbane to NH 1018.
Right, so the climb checklist has been done after takeoff, and next one is the descent checklist.
Delta Alpha Hotel, turn left heading 100.
100, that's right, okay.
Unique 118 Delta, Brisbane Centre. Unique 118 Delta, Skyfed to Brisbane. Is a Blacker 3 arrival, runway 19, maintained by level 210.
Okay, runway 19's in action, obviously. Let's take a look at the meter. We have 200 degrees at 11 knots. Visibility greater than 10. Cloud few.
118 Delta arrival, Brisbane, Blacker 3 Alpha, runway 19, maintained flight level 210.
Again, a few thousand, 3,800. Temperature 18, QNH 1018.
Sorry, 16 when ready, descend, flight level 250. Thank you. On 820, that's Smoker to correction contact Brisbane approach 124.7.
1247, thanks. On site.
Delta Alpha Hotel, turn right heading 150.
150, yes, my friend.
Sorry, 16 descent flight level 150. Velocity 1252, start clearance Brisbane. Smoker 9 arrival, runway 19, maintaining a flight level 350.
That was for us. What was it about? You wrong? Lenny, was it? 9. Wait a second. That shouldn't be us. We didn't have Lenny there. Is that a Wasi 1252? Was that for us?
1252, energy standby.
I know the Millennium arrival, but that's usually the other airway that parallels this one.
Delta Alpha Hotel, contact Brisbane approach 124.7, back off.
124.7, thank you.
MLY,
Velocity 1252, start clearance Brisbane is available.
Wasi 1252, go ahead.
Velocity 1252, start clearance Brisbane, Smoker 9 arrival. Smoker 9 Alpha arrival, runway 19, maintain flight level 350.
Got that, we're cleared by the Smoker arrival, Smoker Alpha arrival, runway 19 and maintain flight level 350, velocity 1252. 9 Alpha 19, set. Oh, that's 19, set. There we are.
SRA 16 descend 9000 Brisbane to an H1018.
Right, so let's get that chart up, have a look at what it looks like. That's Brisbane. Smoker 9 Alpha. Okay, the smoke work goes to Dabo. Entry costs at 250 knots. Below 7,000 feet. From there it's a drain. And plug. And then sink.
Just sorry, 16 Brisbane Center.
Drain plug sink. Drain, there it is, 230 knots. And after that it is as profile. Cross sink at 2,500 and then we can set the ILS.
Just sorry, 16, just confirm you got my last instructions, V10 9000, QNH1018.
Okay, ILS, runway 19er, 30th of May 2013. Changes parachute symbols and the obstacle. Code is BBN 102135. Okay, so the ILS is on the frequency 110.1. Set that in. First side set. Front course for the localizer is 196. 196 set on both. We expect to come down the ILS. There is a waypoint at 1,600 feet. Foxtrot India 19, and that is 5 miles from the threshold. There's a missed approach point, and that is 220 feet. There's one thing there, that's okay. 220 feet. Missed approach procedure. There's a runway heading 196. And climb to 3,000 feet or as directed by air traffic control. Minimum safe altitudes, 25 nautical miles is in our sector, 3,700 until on the outside of 360 radial. It's 2,100. So Barrow minimum set 220. Looking at the runway itself, we have a 3,560 metre long runway.
Yes, sorry, 16, contact Brisbane approach 124.17, go ahead.
Which I'd like to get off halfway down on Alpha 6 using auto brake 2. Not sure about the gate yet, but it's going to be in the domestic obviously, probably somewhere around gate 39, 40 or 41. It might be in the roundup. 1,000 feet to go. Going to take a look now at how much fuel that we're going to use. 5, 6, 7, that's 8, so 61 is our landing. And that'll give us a VRF 136.
Pursuing 118 Delta 1 ready to descend 9000, Brisbane QNH1018.
So with flat 40, 136, our speed on approach will be 141. And I'll call that briefing complete, so that we can say that we completed the whole briefing before we reach that cruise altitude, which we have now done. Speed reduction, thrust reduction, altitude capture.
1252, when ready, descend flight level 250.
And ready down to flight level 250, velocity of 1252. 250 set. There's Eagle, not too far from top of the descent. 3 miles. Okay, descent checklist, pressurization set 0.
18 Alpha.
Anti-ice, not required. Approach briefing has been done, fuel has been discussed. We're getting 4.1. We'll be landing with 61 tons max weight, total weight, should I say, gross weight. IAS and speed bugs. Let's check those. So IAS is 137. At the moment we're actually set 136 and we'll be landing flat 40. Descent checklist complete.
Rebel Center, Golf 516 today with you, requesting airway service.
Golf 516, clear to Brisbane via Bungie flight plan route. Climb flight level 350 on departure, port 4362. Departures will be with me 133.2, report airport.
This is Brisbane as well. Sorry, I missed most of that. If you could just give me a score, that'd be great. 516.
Confirm 516 at this stage, I'll just give you a squawk, yeah. Squawk 4325.
Squawk 432.
I'm going to put in some forecasts for the descent page. Transition level is
Link
110.
118 Delta, contact Brisbane approach 124.7, g'day.
Now looking at the Brisbane area. Let's see. Put a 330, 240 and 180. 300, shall I say. Flight level 300, 250 knots at Dabo, that should be okay. Might need some brake in there. Right, looking at this 300 forecast, it's 220 at 34. And at 240. 240 is, let's see, 210 at 28. And 180.
Quality 52 descent flight level 150.
223. Set. Yep, execute. That puts us in good stead. We've got a bit of headroom.
Velocity 1252 descent flight level 150.
Now flight level 150, velocity 1252. 150 set. And checked. Make the passenger brief. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Captain from the flight deck, just giving a hello. Welcome aboard the Virgin Australia flight from Rockhampton to Brisbane today, velocity 1252. We've obviously begun our descent into Brisbane at this time. We do expect to be on the ground inside 15 minutes. Should have you on gate about just a little bit after past. Currently in Brisbane, we've got 18 degrees centigrade with a little bit of scattered cloud and a light southerly breeze. Overnight that temperature is expected to drop down to about 12. Once again, thanks for flying with us on Virgin 12 1252 from Rockhampton to Brisbane. Hope you've enjoyed the flight, and I wish you an enjoyable and safe stay in Brisbane. Thank you.
Mike Charlie Hotel, requested descent.
Time to get those seatbelt signs on. And if we have ATIS 1255, bring that up on VHF2.
Greater Q 3,900 feet. Temperature 18 QNH1. Brisbane. Ground or approach. Notify receipt of Brisbane. Terminal information. Echo. Expect.
Mike Charlie Hotel, requested descent.
19 wind 2.
Mike Charlie Hotel, descend. Level 190.
0 kilometers.
Descend level 190, Mike Charlie Hotel.
Temperature 18 QNH1,018. On first contact with Brisbane.
Control 52, descend 9000, Brisbane 2NH1018.
Yeah, 9000 QH1018 to RC 1252.
9 wind 200 degrees
9000, sir.
Visibility greater than 10 kilometers. Ground view 3,900 feet. Temperature 18 QNH1. On first contact with Brisbane. Ground or approach. Notify receipt of Echo. Brisbane. Terminal information.
Happy with that. We've got Echo
If you get a
QH1018.
discretion taxi active runway at Rockhampton.
Back to the H1. Now approach will be 125.7.
Mike Charlie Hotel, lead control area descending. No reported I-5 traffic. Report on the ground. Okay, continuing descent and we'll put you on the ground next. Mike Charlie Hotel, thanks. Mike Charlie Foxtrot, distance enough.
Time to run the approach check. Let's do that. Altitudes and instruments set, cross-checked, approach aid set, ILS on both, course on both. Standby ADI set to the approach. Approach checklist is complete. Let's deploy some lights.
Holding short to Foxtrot for 15, takeoff.
Confirm 5162, takeoff.
QNH 1018 set.
Zero takeoff.
Cross-check. And on the standby.
Velocity 12 at 52 descent 8,000, Council speed below 10,000.
Hello 8000 and cancel speed below 10, velocity 1252. 8000 set. Okay, just on passing 10,000 feet. 250 knots.
Just checking departure frequency.
Crossing 10,000 at 300 on my mark.
Calgary 51670.
I get it. We can't make 250 knots because it's been asked to do 240 knots and we can't slow down from 240 to 250. Yeah, I'm happy with 240. Give us a bit of buffer. To go. Seems that we're at Brisbane Tower is the next one.
Civil Centre got from here 516, they're going to marking through 2,500.
That's deflection.
From your 516, climb flight level first
Might be false at this type of angle there.
280, 516.
False localizer.
Copy, 1252, descend 5000.
Whereas standard velocity 1252, 8000.
Equals 1252, descend 5000.
Out of 5000, velocity 1252. 5000 set, altitude in green. Slightly higher profile, just going to jam those down a bit. Let's go flight to 10. Cool. We'll sort this in. Cabin crew, please be seated for arrival. Out of 7, out of 250. Back on profile.
Velocity 1252, descend 4000.
Out of 4000, velocity 1252. Set. Got the top of Morton Island just over there. And straight back across to south of it.
Calgary 516, verify level.
This is Deception Bay.
Delta 516 identified.
So there is Moreton Bay. I think this is Deception Bay.
What's the 1252 descent 2500?
Yeah, 2500, the velocity 1252. 25 set. YB Island. Currently overhead Moreton Bay, YB Island just off to the left, Moreton Island straight ahead, and North Stradback Island just south of there. Foot to go. Speed is 220, flaps 1. Next checklist is landing checklist.
B1252 exceeding clear the LS approach, runway 19, report established.
Good LS approach, runway 19 at Wilco, velocity 1252. Good approach is set.
Brisbane,
Flat 5.
good evening, Qantas 228, we're passing 1,400, 5 to 6 miles.
Qantas 228 identified, climb flight level 360.
Flat 5 set, green.
Flight level 360, Qantas 228.
Signal channel, localizer slope intercept. So again, localizer is intercepting, glide slope is armed. Channel B. Localizer established. I'll grab a cool representation of the local glide slope right there. Okay, glide slope's moving. Crossing 1252, established runway 19.
Quantity 1252, contact the tower 120.5, delay.
Tower 120.5, velocity 1252, yeah. Lights over capture, landing gear down. Brisbane Tower, velocity 1252, established runway 19.
Velocity 1252, Brisbane Tower, good evening, runway 19,
Runway 19 cleared to land, velocity 1252. flat 15. And flat 25. Landing checklist. Landing gear down 3 green. Auto brake is to 2. Spoilers are armed. Ignition switches continuous. Flaps 25. Landing flap will be 40. Holding it flat. Flat 40. Flat 40 set green. Landing checklist is complete. Approach 141. My aeroplane. Speed too low. Speed 1 on speed, half dot, low on slope. Speed decreasing, on slope, creeping high on slope. Speed plus 1, on slope. Speed plus 2 on slope. Low slope, speed decreasing. On speed on slope. Speed minus 2. Dot high on slope.
Approaching minimums.
Runway inside.
Minimums.
Landing. Knots, 60 knots, manual braking. Seven's on. Into it. Classic 15C and 1252 vacated on Alpha 6.
Velocity 1252, contact Brisbane ground 121.7, go.
Over ground 121.7, velocity 1252. One to 17. Brisbane ground, Bossy at 1252, Navigate 41.
Velocity 1252, good evening at Brisbane ground. Continue via Alpha 6, Alpha Bravo 6, Bravo Charlie 5 to gate 41.
Bravo 6, Bravo 6, Charlie 5, gate 41. Bossy 1252. Bravo 6 right there. That's Charlie 6 across the road. APU's available. One's our gate. There is C, gate 38 through to 43. Follow that line. Next one off will be 43. To 41. And there's a 41 there. Okay, taxi lights off. This one has an auto dock. Just follow that yellow line across, see it bends in, so we drag the rest of the fuselage in, and then we line up. Got two greens. So you climbed up pretty well. Off on the left side there you'll see a little box, a little green light in it. Start approaching the gate now. Need to pass that little green light all the way through so it gets smaller at the end there. Should show up with a white light once we're in place. White lights there, park brakes on, APU on the bus, APU on the bleeds, engine number 2 shut down, and engine number 1.
Station Brisbane ground is closing. Contact Brisbane Centre 133.2.
That's fine, we don't need them anymore. Let's go here, clock's off. And ready for deboarding. Air bridges are moving. Anti-collision lights coming off. Fuel pumps and hydraulics coming off. Pitot heats off, windscreen heats off. Door dampeners off. Seatbelt signs off. IRS is off. And getting ready for the doors. Yep, doors are ready. Cargo doors are fine. Coming open. Rear stairs are in place. And we're just waiting on the aero bridge to connect. There we have it. Aero bridge is in. Front door's opening. Okay, so that's all done. We're flying from Rockhampton up to, well, down to Brisbane, southbound. Hope you've enjoyed the flight, and we've arrived at 9:49 at the gate, which puts us about, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3 minutes late, 4 minutes late. Not too bad. It's been an enjoyable flight. Hope you've enjoyed it also, and hope you've also enjoyed the Orbix scenery at Brisbane. Almost said Melbourne. Almost said Melbourne. Here we are at Brisbane, Gate 41, domestic terminal. Velocity 1252, signing out.